let's start with a confession, my confession. Last week, I was driving late for a meeting. And you know what? I was shouting on my GPS. Reroute, go faster. Then there were bad words. And you know, I realized I was shouting on satellite. What about you? Do you shout on Siri, Alexa, or another tool? I think yes, because we do behave like in the relation master-servant. Do we think it's new? Sometimes, but it's not. In ancient Rome, writers used the phrase instrumentum vocale. Instrumentum vocale means tools with the voice. There were slaves. Aristotle wrote that people are slaves by nature. But there is always a but in philosophy, in ethics. But if the tools start to working by themselves, there will be no more needed relation master and servant. That was the opinion of the great philosopher Aristotle. Then Seneca says, no, there is no slaves. We are human beings. Yes, but in case of AI, we still behave and we repeat this old script, master and servant. Okay, let's move fast forward to the history. So what will happen if these tools will work better than we do? Okay, now we go back to the history. Let's focus what Immanuel Kant said. Immanuel Kant says that human being never should be used as a tool. Sounds better, right? Okay, then what about relation between women and men in marriage? Mary Wollstonecraft wrote, it wasn't obvious those days that women and men in marriage should be equal. And now, okay, let's move to the three stories. One will happen in hospital, one in factory, and third will be connected with art. So the first one in hospital. The doctors are using AI, but they do understand everything. It's for the good of the patients, better care, it's working. Second case, factory. Imagine that workers are treated as a part of code. AI is ruling the whole factory. Nobody is happy there. Okay, third situation, art. Imagine that you can use AI tool to be more creative, to do work faster, instead just generating something. Cooperation starts here. Okay, now our trip to the history. One of my favorite philosopher, Hannah Arendt. Hannah Arendt mentioned that if we will have everything done by machine, we, human beings, we can lose a purpose of the life. It could happen. Then Donna Haraway says, maybe because we become a cyborgs, we will also lose the connection with our humanity. Donna Haraway is not thinking about, this cyborg who has the artificial leg or something. No, she's thinking about our connection with the mobile. It could make us cyborgs. So the situation doesn't look great. I do shout on my GPS. Perhaps you shout on your Siri, Alexa, or Google Maps. And we do not treat AI as a companion, as a partner. So I was thinking about 5 steps for human to build this partnership. Okay, so 5, let's start with the first one. First is audit your algorithm. And here I will use the tool provided by Rawls, veil test. Imagine that you have no idea about your gender, about your level of education, about your income. You do not know nothing about you. And then you are asked to propose, let's say, tax system. So you propose the tax system which will be good for poor, and for really rich people, because you don't know if the veil will be taken off, where you will be. So it could be more equal for the people. The same with algorithms. You have to audit them to find the bias, because if you find the bias, you can fix it. If you don't know that the bias exists, you will not fix it, simply. Second, demand transparency. What I mean here, let's say that we have two boxes, but a different one. One is a black one. The second is a glass. We have the black box, we have input, output. Then we have a glass box, same, input, output. But there is a huge difference because we have no idea what's happening in this black box. It could be everything. But in case of the glass box, in this model, we can follow what had happened step by step. So use that model instead of the black box. Third, practice algorithmic empathy. Here, my colleagues, friends are laughing on me because I'm a really polite one. Could you please? I will be glad to receive, and so on when I write with the LLMs. And they said, it's a waste of the time. It's a waste of energy. And I would say, okay, the waste of the energy, I agree, because it costs water, for example. Yes, but I want to be treated as a kind person. So I will treat LLM as a kind thing also. So I'm doing this not for the machine. I'm doing this for myself. And also, I could be, I'm not sure if I want, but I could be a role model for kids. So I want to teach them that this shouting on GPS is not good, and they should be polite if they are talking with LLMs. Fourth, stay in the loop. It's a really, really popular sentence which we are hearing, human in the loop, human in the end. So here I would like to focus on being a pilot. Imagine that you are a pilot in the airplane. You have the open eye and you keep your hands near the controls in case something bad had happened. So it should be the same with AI. We shouldn't, go away or close our eyes just because the AI is running well. It's running well now. But if we want to build a partnership, it means that we have to cooperate and we have to be in the loop. And the last one, it means that you should force your government, your friends, your firm, your bosses to build this partnership with AI. Nowadays, AI have, let's say, 120 IQ. They predict that maybe in the end of the year, it will be 300 maybe, yes? So much more than I have, right? So I think that's definitely now the time to build this partnership. We already realized that this old script, master and servant, is not working. It's not working with the AI. It wasn't working with the slaves also. So let's co-create. Let's build a partnership with AI. Nowadays, it could sound funny, but I truly believe that those 5 steps allow us to build a close relationship with AI. And the last remark, which I would like to mention, that my speech was a cooperation with 2 LLMs, and it was a really hard job to agree what I should present and possibly you could like. Thank you.